I do have to admit also it is historically strange, but currently, because it used to be called like the Kingdom of Holland the first time we ever had a king. But it is now officially the Netherlands, and Holland is just 2 out of 12 provinces. Nope, Holland and the Netherlands is not the same thing. As I said, throughout history, the naming has been a little bit wonky. But the current naming thing is we have 12 provinces, which is more or less like in America a state, I think. But they have a little bit less power. So provinces do not have a lot of local, not as many local laws as states would have. They're like states, but then, states light. But 2 of those provinces are called Holland. We have North and South Holland. So there's like one area of the Netherlands that is Holland, and the complete thing is the Netherlands. But Holland is the flattest area, because also Holland is mostly the bit that was completely claimed from the sea. If you look at super duper old maps, half of what is currently the Netherlands was under water level. And basically we just kept raising the land and raising the land and raising the land, and suddenly Netherlands. Just dry up some more land. We're running out of we're running out of territory. Doesn't matter, we'll make some more. Alright, so yes, in Brazil they speak Portuguese. I remember one word. I can say obrigada. I went to Portugal once. So this one is for Slothy Knights, who is on their 23rd month of being a sub here. It goes in the bag. We're slowly filling the bag back up. But as far as I know, in most there will be things in most languages for crochet and stuff. As I said, I once taught myself how to crochet just by watching several YouTube videos until I found one that gelled with me. Because not all of them always show exactly what you need to see. Just show the next one and they might hold their work in just a slightly different angle, and then suddenly you're like, oh! On that bicycle. Strange Dutch sayings. Op die fiets. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to press. Apparently, about an hour ago, I was dropping a lot of frames, but I think we're okay again. Let me know if I'm dropping too many frames. But Gambit Mojo, when push comes to shove, most people understand what you mean when you say Holland or the Netherlands. There are apparently people who are offended when you call the Netherlands Holland, but I don't, but it's because I've been looking into a little bit of history, and we used to we only became a kingdom in like the 1806. That's when we got our first king. And then it was called the Kingdom of Holland. So, I think the Netherlands got renamed a couple of times throughout history. But yeah, the Netherlands literally means the lowlands because, well, we are the lowlands. If the sea levels rise a bit too much, I might just get. I live like halfway through the country. If the dikes op die fiets. Yep. Oh, they don't say that in Belgium. It's not a very often used thing, but it's sort of a, oh that's what you mean. Oh, defeats. I have no idea where that saying actually came from. I mean, we do have a lot of bicycles here in the Netherlands. According to Wikipedia, one of the statistics is that apparently we have, I think we have more bicycles than we have people. All right, let's curse the bad guy, the big guy. Sounds like a good plan. Is that a panda? That is a panda. That is adorable. Dum, dum, dum. That big giant thing is very angry. And dead. Alright, we can take on the last of these. Oh no, they're going to kill the villagers. Pick on somebody your own size. Wow, my paladin has been in the back being very supportive and not landing a single blow. Void and Binary get the bonus scrolls, and we are slowly heading. Alright. What is here? Mob at Gingerberg or supply line of wafers? You know what? Let's take the middle one because then we can decide which of the enemies we want to fight eventually. Let's not put the archer on the front line. Alright, let's just go there and see what happens. Let's put the music back on. Do a little bit more crochet. Then maybe after he finishes Worry Worm, I'm just going to try my hand at a little bit more calligraphy. I think by then the shoulders have had enough rest. Yeah, Dutch history is ridiculously strange and complicated and involves a lot of fighting against a lot of water. Or fighting with water. Like one of the eldest defense mechanisms in the Netherlands is basically we're going to be poking a couple of tactical holes in the dikes and just, you know, flood everything. But also, like, and even in modern day things, flooding everything is a ridiculously good tactic. Because the trick is to flood everything until it becomes swampy. Because if the water level is just too low, soldiers can still walk through it. If the water level is too high, they can equip boats. But if you have like this nasty in-between thing, especially, we have a lot of fields, of course, they become swampy, and they're just too shallow to pass through boats, so you have to walk through them, but that means that everybody's feet get wet, and it costs a lot of energy, because you have to trudge through the freaking water. I believe the Spanish, when was that? That must have been between 16 and 1700. You had like the 100 Years of War, which may not have been 100 years long here. And every now and then, you know, when the Spanish tried to invade, we'd just flood half the land and just, you know. Because the nasty thing is also that very quickly swamp water then becomes infested with mosquitoes. And yes, malaria was rampant in those times. Also, apparently, according to the history books, there was this field marshal general guy, Alva, from Spain. And at some point he was just, alright, you damn Dutch people, I'll get you. We'll wait for winter, because then the water will freeze. Because he had seen us skating, and he was like, I'm just going to order like 10,000 pairs of skates. Put skates on all my shoulders, and we're just going to skate to Amsterdam. Hereby not realizing that, of course, all these Spanish soldiers could not actually ice skate. Because, yes, it looks really fun and easy. But do not forget that in those times the waters would freeze every winter, so everybody would ice skate every winter and be, you know. Ice skating is just not as easy as it sounds the first time round. Especially, of course, not if you're also a soldier and you're not only just ice skating for fun, but you also have to carry like your pack and everything else on your back and then have to ice skate. Random history lessons. Ooh, on a completely different note, who wants to see baby meerkats? Because the zoo has baby meerkats and they posted video footage. Let me find the baby meerkat video. Let's show you guys baby meerkats. Warning, ridiculous cuteness coming up. Look at that snoot! Just look at the Chinese snoot. That deserves a boob. Look at the little snoots. There's that's the entire litter. There's 4 little babies. Look at the little snoots. They spent the first, I think, week or something of their life underground, so this was like one of the first. Oh, look at the little yawn! This was one of their first outings into the great big outside world. And look at the rest of. Look at that big yawn! Did you see those? Let's replay that. Teeth! Did you guys know meerkats are meat eaters? Some people are like, oh my god, meerkats are so cute. And I'm like, oh yes, they are. But you do realize that they eat meat and stuff, you know, and they have the teeth to go with it. Pointy, pointy teethies. But did you also see how the whole family just sort of, you know, clumped around them to keep them safe? Because meerkats are animals with jobs, and one of the, you know, so my guess is also that the second that the little ones came out, they definitely put 1 or 2 of they had a litter last year as well, so those are now fully grown meerkats. So some of those will have been put on look out for anything scary duty, you know. And they'll sit in a high place and basically scan the sky for birds or scan the ground for predators. And babysitting is also a meerkat duty. Because of course only mommy meerkat can feed them, but that doesn't mean that the big brothers and sisters can't babysit. Especially when the little ones are a little bit older and they are weaned, so they don't need mommy as much anymore. That's definitely when the rest of the family, you know, it takes a village to raise a meerkat. But it does take a village of meerkats. A little tiny meerkat village. I know, I love them too. Meerkats are adorable. Then again, I have been told that my idea of adorable is not that of the regular human being. I find everything adorable. I mean, I'm the person that you know, presses their face to like the snake enclosure and goes, "Oh, who is the cutest little murder spagurter?" And meerkats are just really smart as well. Most animals are really smart. Or some, at least smarter than people give them credit for. Yeah, I just really, really love animals as a whole. I mean, I volunteer at a local zoo. So, you know, that is kind of the thing you do when you like animals. Pretty sure it's pretty hard to do that if you don't love animals, at least a little bit. You've just discovered you can watch Meerkat Manor on Amazon Prime. Ooh! Oh, I remember Meerkat Manor. That was so cool though. Like, they had all these special cameras as well to not disturb the meerkats. Like, they had... Was that the one where they also had like the dung camera? I remember years ago watching this documentary on how to make nature documentaries. Like a documentary on documentaries. Super duper double. Or, you know, it's like Inception. But they showed all these different types of cameras that they had, and one of the things they had to film animals on the savannah was just this camera that was basically, it looked like a huge pile of, I think, elephant droppings or something. Because that is a natural thing to find in certain environments, so it doesn't spook animals. And just every now and then it would be like, alright, we need a close-up of this. And then it just would drive the elephant dung camera closer to the thing. Yeah, I might need to look into that as well. Meerkat Manor. I just remember that for the adorbs. Alright, let's put some eyes on this one. Let's put one of the funny eyes on it. And all I've done for want of wits, to memory now I can't recall. There we go. And this one was to celebrate that Clued had their 24th month of being a sub here, which is super duper long. Right, filling up the bag nicely. It's a little worm family.